Hi, I'm Bria, sole proprietor of Incidental Wildland. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to measure for your custom Wildland shirt. Let's get started. To get started taking your measurements, you'll need a flexible tape measure or a string and ruler, a pen and paper to record your results, and it's also very helpful to have a full-length mirror or phone large enough to see yourself in. Wear a t-shirt, sports bra, or whatever you typically wear under your Nomex on the line to get the most accurate measurements possible. We'll start by measuring your chest. For both men and women, this will be the fullest part of your chest or bust. Your tape measure should be parallel to the ground. Use your mirror or phone to make sure your tape measure isn't sagging, and measure the circumference of your body at the fullest part of your chest. Next, we'll measure your chest height. This measures the vertical distance from your chest to your high shoulder, which is the area where your shoulder meets your neck. Next, we'll measure your natural waist. This is probably above where you wear your pants. For women, this is typically an inch or two above the navel, and for men, typically at the navel. If you're not sure, you can lean over sideways and note where the body hinges between the top of the hip and the bottom of the rib cage. This is your natural waist. Measure your body's circumference at this level. Next, we'll measure your hips. Use the mirror or phone to determine the fullest part of your hip or butt and measure your body's circumference at that level, again making sure that your tape measure is parallel to the floor and not sagging. Next, we'll measure your shoulder width. This is quite possibly the most critical measurement in ensuring ease of movement in your shirt. A shirt with shoulders that are too narrow or too wide will both restrict your movement in different ways. To take this measurement, you'll find your acromion, which is the bony protrusion on the top of your shoulder above the deltoid, on each shoulder, and measure in between them. To double check you found the right bone, place a finger there and then raise your arm to shoulder height. Your fingers should hardly have moved. If you're too far out on the shoulder, your finger will have raised as your arm does. Once you've found these 2 points, measure the distance between them across your back, being sure to maintain a good posture with your shoulders back and down. And finally, you'll measure sleeve length. Start with your string or tape measure, back up at that acromion, and measure down your arm over the elbow, bending your arm 90 degrees. Then record the measurement at your wrist. To finish, it is critical to double check all of these measurements at least twice. This will help you avoid having to send your shirt back for adjustments. In addition to all the measurements you've just taken, I'll also ask you for your preferred shirt length. A typical GSA yellow is a 30 and a long is 36. You can request either of these measurements or anywhere in between. You could submit all this via the link in the description or email them to me at bria@incidentalwildland.com.